In the heart of Ogboko village, where palm trees swayed like gossiping women and the earth was red with stories, lived Daniel's mother, a woman of fierce pride and firm beliefs. She was the kind of mother who believed her son, Daniel, was the prize calf of the clan, flawless, brilliant, and deserving of only the best. So, when Daniel returned from Lagos one December with a soft-spoken woman named Angela and announced that she was his wife, Daniel's mother's heart coiled with silent thunder. "Wife?" she echoed, her voice taut as a stretched drum. "Where is her people? Who are her people?" Angela bowed slightly. "Good afternoon, Ma. I am from Yamun's, the Okafor family." But Daniel's mother's eyes scanned her like a customs officer looking for contraband. She saw no anklets, no waist beads, no signs of a proper village upbringing. Just soft Lagos skin and timid eyes. "She cannot even sweep with energy," Daniel's mother muttered later to her friend. "Look at her hands, no calluses. My Daniel, a whole civil engineer, bringing me this church mouse." And so began a quiet war. It wasn't loud. Daniel's mother was not foolish. But it was a war of gestures, of withheld food, of insults sewn into proverbs. If you give a goat to a child to keep, do not be surprised when it returns hungry. Not all palm oil is used to cook soup, some only spoils the pot. Angela heard. She felt. But she never replied. She would serve Daniel's mother her food with a quiet, "Good evening, Ma," and retire to her room. Daniel, oblivious, believed the silence in the compound meant peace. He was the sort of son who thought love between women was automatic, as long as everyone smiled when he was around. But Angela's heart wore thin. By the second year, her laughter was rare. She miscarried once, and Daniel's mother only hissed and said, "Weak roots cannot hold a tree." That night, Angela cried into her wrapper until dawn. It wasn't until Daniel got a job abroad and left temporarily that things came to a boil. Angela remained in the village, managing their new poultry farm. She would send Daniel voice notes with cheerful updates, hiding her wounds like a soldier's wife. One afternoon, Daniel's mother entered the compound and saw Angela helping a young boy with his homework under the mango tree. It was the neighbor's child. "Is it your child?" she snapped. "Shouldn't you be in the kitchen, not pretending to be a mother when you've not even carried one successfully?" The words were poison. They sunk into Angela's skin and boiled her blood. For the first time, she stood. "I've respected you, Mama, since I entered this house. I've endured. But today, you've crossed the line." Daniel's mother rose, chest heaving. "So now you raise your voice? To me? Is it not because my son blinded himself with love for a woman who brings no blessings?" "I have nothing to prove to you," Angela said, tears glittering. "And I pray you never feel the kind of pain your words carry." The two women stared at each other like thunderclouds, and from that day, silence replaced even the small greetings they once exchanged. 2 months later, Daniel's mother fell ill. It started with swelling in her legs and constant fatigue. She believed it was mere old age, but when she fainted while fetching firewood, neighbors rushed her to the hospital. The diagnosis was heart failure. Daniel was still abroad, his papers not yet sorted. Angela was the only one around. When the doctor asked, "Who is her next of kin?" Angela stepped forward. "I am her daughter-in-law." Daniel's mother's eyes fluttered open in the hospital bed and met Angela's. She turned her face away. But Angela stayed. She cooked. She bathed the old woman. She read her Bible beside her hospital bed. When Daniel's mother coughed all night, Angela wiped her mouth. When she moaned in pain, Angela rubbed her back and whispered prayers. "You don't have to do this," Daniel's mother rasped one night. "I know," Angela said. "But I want to." Daniel's mother turned her face to the wall. She did not speak again for hours. But the tears rolled silently down her cheeks. Recovery was slow. When Daniel's mother finally returned home, she was weaker but quieter. The thunder in her had gone. One morning, she called Angela to her. "My daughter," she began. "Come sit." Angela, cautious, obeyed. Daniel's mother reached for her hand. "I wronged you." Angela blinked. Silence. "I judged you by my fears. I thought you would steal my son from me. I thought you were not strong enough to carry this family. But I see now, that you have carried even me." Angela's eyes filled with tears. "I am sorry," Daniel's mother whispered, voice cracked like dry leaves. "If your womb has not opened, it is not because you are less. It is because the Lord has His time. And when that time comes, I pray I am still here to carry that child." Angela covered her face and wept. Not just because of the apology, but because she had been seen. From that day, the house became a home. Daniel's mother would sit in the sun and tell Angela stories of her youth. "You know, I too was hated by my own mother-in-law," she laughed once. "She poured sand into my yam pottage." "Ah!" Angela gasped, laughing. "And you didn't fight?" "I almost did. But my husband threatened to send me back to my father's house. So I learned patience. The same patience you showed me." When Daniel finally returned from abroad and stepped into the compound, he saw the two women shelling groundnuts together, their laughter dancing through the air. "My eyes are deceiving me," he exclaimed. Daniel's mother stood up. "They should deceive you, my son. Because this your wife. She is gold. I was blind. But now, I see." Daniel turned to Angela. "What did you do to my mother?" Angela smiled. "I loved her, even when she didn't love me back." That night, when the compound was asleep and the moon hung low like a blessing, Daniel's mother entered their room with a calabash. "I have something for you," she said. It was a string of ancient waste beads, coral and ivory, passed down generations. "My mother gave me this the night I conceived Daniel. I was saving it for my son's wife. I thought I would never give it. But now, it belongs to you." Angela held the beads like fragile glass, her hands trembling. "Thank you, Mama." "No," Daniel's mother said, laying her hand on Angela's shoulder. "Thank you, my daughter." And from the womb of grace, a seed was sown. A year later, the cry of a child echoed through the compound. And Daniel's mother, holding her grandson in trembling arms, whispered, "Forgive me, child. For the thorns I gave your mother. But even thorns can bloom into roses, if watered with love."
Like and share this video and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more stories like this.